You all for the sixth video lecturing. In this video lecturing, we are going to discuss about machine translation, which belongs to the unit 5 of the computational intelligence. And in the video, in the machine translation, basically we are going to define what is mean by translation. As we all know that translation means two process it involves. One is encoding, another one is decoding. Here we are going to first the source text will be given and we are going to decode the meaning of the source text. That would be the first process in the translation. And secondly, we are going to re-encode the meaning in the target language. These are the two steps you are going to proceed in the translation process. And also translation process can be make use of linguistic rules, and we have linguistic rules. In the previous video lecturing we discussed about this linguistic rule. Linguistic is nothing but a form of word in text or in speech. When a word is represented in the form of a speech or text, that is referred as a linguistic way. So here the main aim of machine translation is that each word will be translated into one linguistic way, and also the second way in the machine translation is that the target language will replace one of the source language. These are the two things mainly used in machine translation based on a linguistic rule. First one is we are translating the word into one linguistic way, and secondly we are converting the target language which will be replaced with a source language. And the translation approach also involves natural language understanding, and this would be the first step to be solved. Natural language understanding. Here we are include within various types of methods, generally rule based method, example based method, and many methods we are going to discuss in this video lecturing. And basically rule based method is the most common method used in all the translation approach. In the rule based method it involves 3 steps. That is, first we are going to parse the text, and secondly we are going to create an intermediate symbolic representation, and thirdly from all the given text a target language is going to be generated. This is the main form of translation approach, which requires the problem of natural language understanding. In the translation approach, it basically consists of 2 types of translation. First is interlingual machine translation, and secondly transfer based machine translation. These are the very 2 important machine translation we are going to see in this translation approach. And also it also involves methods like morphological method, syntactic method, semantic method, and larger set of rules. Translation approach is basically we are going to generate a grammar methods, and that need to be have a skilled linguistic to design the grammar that they may use. This would be the types of machine translation we are going to use in this section. The first is interlingual machine translation, which leads to the text generation, and that text generation involves 2 direct methods, that is SMT and EBMT, which we will abbreviated in the and learn in the forthcoming slides, and that will be translated into syntactic parsing. Syntactic parsing involves semantic analysis, which in turn will produce a output in the form of interlingual machine translation. Here the transfer rules involves conversion of semantic analysis to sentence planning. A rule based machine translation is the first very important method we are going to see. In the rule based translation method, it involves 3 steps, that is transfer based machine translation, interlingual machine translation, and dictionary based machine translation. Transfer based machine translation, and the basic meaning of this transfer based machine translation is that here the intermediate representation which will capture the meaning of the original sentence to generate the correct translation. The intermediate representation is a very important representation which will observe and capture the meaning of the original sentence which is given, and that will be generated and translated into the accurate and correct translation. This is mean by the transfer based machine translation. In transfer based machine translation, the analysis process is done in 2 ways, that is morphological way and syntactical way. Syntactical way and morphological way. Next we are going to see with a transfer based machine translation. The transfer based machine translation is a process that converts the final representation to a representation of the same level of language in the target language. The final representation will be converted into a target language which is the same of abstraction level which followed in the final representation. And also these 2 representation, that is final representation and the final target representation, are referred as intermediate representation. This stages from the target language representation, all the stages are reversed as in a cyclic way. And this would be the block diagram how the transfer based machine translation works. This SL refers for the syntactic lexical text, which on analysis produces syntactic lexical representation, which on help of the transfer based machine translation they are being converted into transfer lexical representation, transfer lexical text. This is the basic form how does the transfer based machine translation works. And we are going to see how the transformation works here. Basically, morphological analysis describes the structure and description of the given text. Here it is classified into 2 ways, that is a part of speech, that is noun, verb, etc. will be meant and will be taken from the input text. And second one is it classified into subcategory. What are the subcategory? It includes like gender, number, name, tenses, etc. Then these 2 are the main steps to be classified under the morphological analysis. And lexical categorization. Lexical categorization is also one of the transformation process. It mainly concentrate and look for the ambiguity or error in the analysis. It is a way that determine the correct meaning in the context of the input. Out of all the input given, it finds the correct meaning of the given input. And other way of a transformation process is lexical transfer. Lexical transfer is nothing but here it make use of the dictionary translation. As we all know that in dictionary translation, the source language, that is the given input text and the grammar is said as in source language, and other name for the source language is lemma, is converted and translated into bilingual dictionary word. Bilingual dictionary word is by different type of meaning will be given for the source language lemma. structural transfer is also one of the transformation process. As from the name we can notify that the way of the bilingual dictionary lemma will be converted into a structural way which is been already formatted. And morphological generation, here in the morphological generation, and from the output of the structural transfer stage, the target language surface forms are generated. Here the surface of the target language is basically generated in this morphological generation. And we are going to see the transfer types. What are the various types of transfer being taking place? The first one is superficial transfer or syntactic transfer. As the name shows, syntactic means structure conversion. Here what is happening is it is transferring the structure between the source and the target language. The source language is transferred to a particular structure of the target language, and secondly, it is suitable to check whether they belong to the same family or the same type. And if they belong to the same family, the transfer can be syntactically done using the superficial transfer. And second transfer type we are going to see is deep transfer or semantic transfer. Semantic transfer is a second way from the syntactic analysis. Here the semantic representation that is depend on the source language. Basically in semantic way of description, it is basically depends on the source language. This consists of series of structure which represent the meaning. Here it involves various types of structure, and structure format is followed to represent the given meaning. The translation also requires a structural transfer. The translation between more distinctly related languages being done using this semantic or deep transfer. And this is a dependency grammar. And the given sentence, the dependency grammar is basically a sentence is given: the gold watch was sold by the jeweler to the man with a red beard. This is a basic sentence given, and how does the lexical grammar works we are going to see in the next slide. See, this would be the syntactic analysis structure, and who is the agent and action, the patient, beneficiary. And this would be a basic tree like a hierarchical structure which will separate the given statement under the various syntactic lexical grammar which is being given. And here the agent used is jeweler, and action is two types of action: sell, and that would be in passive or past mode. And who are the patient is watch, attribute, and gold. And beneficiary, who is going to be benefited, is a man whose attribute is given as red beard, the man with a red beard. And interlingual machine translation. And interlingual machine translation is a type of the source language, that is, the text would be translated into a interlingua, the abstract language. The other meaning of an interlingua is abstract language, said as an interlingual. The target language then generated from the interlanguage. First, the source language will be converted into a interlanguageal form, and then the interlanguageal form will be converted to a target language. And this would be the interlingual machine translation. The source language text will be put forth for the analysis. The analysis will be done using the source language dictionaries and grammars. An intermediate representation would be the source language will be converted into a text target language and dictionary, and this would be put forth in synthesis analysis, and dictionaries and grammars would be used, and finally the source language text will be converted into a target language text. And we are going to see within advantages and disadvantages of this machine translation. The advantages of this multilingual machine translation is that no transfer component need to be created for each language. Whenever we see with another type of machine translation, we need a separate transfer component to convert from one stage to other, and as for now we don't use a separate transfer component here. It also follows a disadvantage like the conversion to an intermediate or interlingual machine translation state. It's somewhat difficult to convert. And we are going to see with the components, what are the various components we have been used. First one is dictionary, and second is a conceptual lexicon, and third is projection rule. This set of rules specific to the domain and the language, and the grammars which will be used for the analysis and generation of the language involved. And what is meant by dictionary? Dictionary based machine translation. As we all know, dictionary is like a database which used to store a collection of word by word and without much correlation of meaning between them. It also involves a process of lemmatization, and also it is used to find out a manual translation capable of correcting the syntax and the grammar. And this is source language text and target language text. In between this conversion from the source language text to the target language text, the dictionaries and grammars were being used for the analysis and synthesis stage. And dictionary based machine translation, the example is given here. An example based machine translation, it is also been categorized by the use of bilingual corpus with a knowledge base. Bilingual corpus, a bilingual machine translation language. It is essential for the translation by analogy, can be viewed as an implementation of case based reasoning approach of machine learning. And this is the statement been given for example based machine translation English language and the conversion in the form of Japanese language. And the slide which has been shown before is explained here, the conversion from source language to the target language. And statistical machine translation, it is a form of machine translation which involves the use of the information theory. Here the probability distribution P or probability of E divided by F strategy is used, where E is the target language and F is the source language. The target language will be converted basic as usual for the basic from the source language. In statistical machine translation, the probability of distribution E bar F is mainly found for all the machine language translation, and here the important theorem used is Bayes theorem. Using the Bayes theorem, the higher probability rate is distributed using E bar, and using this formula we can find a correct statistical higher probability rate of the machine translation language. I hope this video would be much useful to you. I will meet in the next video lecturing. Thank you, students.